Hi boys and girls. So this is our first week of distance learning. So I know this is all very new to all of us, including me. So I want to be able to teach you some things online. So what we're gonna do each day, I'm going to have 2 YouTube videos for you. I'm going to have one read aloud, and I'm going to be reading you a book, and then you're going to respond to the book by writing in a journal or just on a piece of paper. And you're also going to have some reading activities to do following that, which is in an email that I sent to your parents. I will also be doing a math lesson with you, which is going to be similar to what we've been doing in class this whole year. Okay, so today I'm going to start with read aloud, and the story that we're going to read today is called No Roses for Harry. And stick around if you can listen to the whole story. I have a little surprise at the end. I have some Easter eggs here, and so every day I'm going to pull one of the Easter eggs out of the Easter basket, and each one of these eggs has all of your names on it. And so I'm going to pick an egg each day. I'm going to write the name down on the list. I'll show you the names, and then when we go back to school, I am going to have a little prize for you, an Easter surprise. So let's go ahead and start with our story. It's called No Roses for Harry. What predictions can you make about this book? What do you think is going to happen in this story? So I think the main character is the dog, and his name is Harry. What genre do you think the story is? Is it fiction or nonfiction? Maybe you could tell somebody if you have somebody sitting around you, or even a pet or a stuffed animal. I want you to think about the genre. We're going to go ahead and start reading. Harry was a white dog with black spots. On his birthday, he got a present from Grandma. It was a woolen sweater with roses on it. Harry didn't like it the moment he saw it. He didn't like the roses. Have you ever gotten a present that you just didn't like so much? I know sometimes it's hard when that happens. You still have to be thankful and grateful for getting the present. You don't want to hurt the person's feelings that got you the present. When he tried it on, he felt cozy and snug, but he still didn't like the roses. He thought it was the silliest sweater he'd ever seen. What do you think? Do you think he looks silly? I think he looks kind of cute. The next day, when Harry went downtown with the children, he wore his new sweater. When people saw it, they laughed. When dogs saw it, they barked. Harry made up his mind then and there to lose Grandma's present. When they went into the big store to shop, the children took off his sweater and let him carry it. This was just what Harry wanted. First, he tried to lose it in the pet department. But a man found it and gave it back. Then he tried to lose it in the grocery department. But a lady found it and gave it back. He tried to lose it in the flower department. But a little boy found it and gave it back. The children didn't let Harry carry it anymore. They made him wear it. As they started home, Harry was beginning to think he'd never lose it. When he got home, his friends were waiting to play with him, but Harry didn't feel like playing, so they left him alone. As he sat wondering what to do, Harry noticed a loose stitch in his sweater. He pulled at the wool, just a little at first, then a bit more, and a little bit more. Harry didn't know it, but a bird was watching. I wonder what the bird is going to do. Can you predict what will happen next? In a minute, Harry had pulled out quite a long piece of the wool. The end of it lay on the grass behind him. Suddenly, the bird flew down. Quick as a flash, she took the end of the wool in her beak and flew away with it. It all happened before Harry could ever blink. Did anybody predict that would happen? I wonder what the bird's gonna do with the wool. The sweater began to disappear right before Harry's eyes. First one leg, then the neck, then the other leg, then the back, and finally, the whole thing was just one long piece of wool flying off into the sky. The sweater was gone. Harry could hardly believe it. He barked and jumped with joy. Then he ran out of the yard. He ran down the street barking, "Thank you" to the bird, over and over again. The bird and the wool were just a tiny speck in the sky, but Harry kept following them. He came home thirsty and tired and was having a drink in the kitchen when the children ran in. "We got a letter from Grandma," one of them said. "She's coming to visit us," shouted the other. Harry thought of the sweater and his tail drooped. Before Grandma came, the family looked everywhere for the sweater. They wanted her to see how nice Harry looked in it. Of course, they couldn't find it. Only Harry knew why. I wonder how Harry feels. I wonder if he feels bad about everybody looking for his sweater and he knows what happened to it. But he can't tell him. When Grandma arrived, Harry ran to her with his leash. Then he sat up and begged. "All right, Harry," said Grandma. "After I've had my lunch and a nap, we'll go for a walk." That afternoon, Harry and Grandma and the children started off on their walk. Harry barked happily and pulled towards the park. When they got to the park, Harry pulled harder. The children let him off his leash and he ran on ahead. He seemed to be looking for something. All at once, he stopped under a big tree. He looked up and began to bark and wag his tail. Grandma and the children came running. They suddenly got to the tree and looked up. What do you think they're looking at? Can you see it up there? Suddenly, one of the children said, "I see a nest. It's made of wool," said the other child. "And it's the very same color as Harry's sweater," they shouted together. "It is Harry's sweater," exclaimed Grandma. Just then, a bird looked out of the nest. "Look, Grandma, look," shouted the children. Harry gave his sweater to a bird. "I wonder how he did that," said Grandma. The bird sang and Harry wagged his tail even harder. At Christmas, Harry got a present from Grandma. It was a new sweater. Harry liked this one very much. When he tried it on, he felt cozy and snug and as the bird in the nest. But best of all, it was white with black spots, just like Harry is black with white spots. So now he doesn't have to feel silly anymore. And that is the end. So I want you to think about what problem did Harry have at the beginning of the story, and what steps did he take to try to solve his problem, and how was his problem finally solved towards the end of the book. So I want you to think about that. Also, in your journal today, I would like you to write about a gift that you have received that you loved. And I want you to write a couple sentences about that gift and who gave it to you and why you love it so much. Because at the end, Harry actually got a gift that he liked a lot more than the first gift that he liked. So I hope you liked this story, boys and girls, and ask your parents what else you have to do for today. It was sent in the email, so you have some more reading activities, and you have a math video and some math activities, and also a science brain pop and activity for that. There's a brain break in there too. I hope you have fun with it. So have a great day of learning, everybody. And I will see you, we'll try to get together on Zoom sometime this week. I had a lot of fun seeing you all on Zoom the other day. It was so great to see everybody. I missed you all very much, and hopefully we get to see each other very soon. But we will do another Zoom this week for sure. Okay, so everybody have a great day. Bye.